Hey guys, what is up, you guys? Welcome to episode 15 of the podcast. I'm your girl, Deja D, and today we are here with another episode of my podcast, Let Me Tell You Something. And by the title, you already know what we're talking about, okay? We're not going to be playing around. We got 10 more episodes left for this season, y'all. Can you believe it? Can you freaking believe it? Time is kind of flying by. I'm not going to lie. I started this season off like 3 months ago. Well, like 4 months ago, but like 3 months ago. But yeah, what's up? Today, I did a cute little eyeshadow look. So if you're not listening on, or if you're listening, then you can't see. But I look super cute. And I'm going to try to have some pictures on Instagram, y'all. I do not be posting on my Instagram like that no more. But I'm thinking about making my Instagram like more like Finsta-y, photo dump. I love Pinterest. So kind of like that. Less serious, more like this is just what your girl's doing. Because I be having a lot of cool stuff. Like even my rings or watches. Can you see? And I got a little mani-pedi that's orange like this. I don't know. I'm just chatting. But let's get into today's episode. Before we do, make sure you're following me, Deja Z, and make sure you're following Deja's Daily Dose. I had filmed a really cute TikTok that is going up like today that I'm recording this video. But definitely follow us on TikTok and also follow us on Twitter for whenever we start posting over there, okay? It might be this week. You don't know. Cut the post notification bell on and look at Deja's Daily Dose Twitter. Maybe we're posting over there. But nonetheless, what is up, you guys? I'm not going to chat your head off. Let's get right into today's episode because let me tell you something. You are what you surround yourself with. It's time that we stop playing that rah-rah music. It's time that we unwind and clean our spaces. It's time that we take more vitamins and put down all the liquor, okay? It's time that we sit by the water and not the bar. You are what you surround yourself with. And if you're in a chaotic, clumsy, dirty, messy environment, then that's just what you're going to be like. If you're in a loud, full of anxiety, broke environment, that's the kind of lifestyle you're creating for yourself. And I always got to put a little disclaimer out before I get on here just like, you all need to fix your lives and da. I love a good Megan Thee Stallion. I love a good sexy red. Get it sexy. I love Glorilla. I like listening to the City Girls. We're young. We're living life. And I'm not telling you all not to do these things and to not take shots at the bar and to not do this and not to do that, X, Y, and Z. It's just all about balance. There has to be a time where you put down the bottle of the tequila and grab your water. There has to be a time where you go and work out and go for a walk. There has to be a time where you do these things to better your life and to have balance in some sense of like, okay, like we have to keep the scales at least like this. We don't need you to be doing the 75 hard, but we need you to at least not do the 75 down. You need balance in your life. You need to have positive things in your life in order for you to have a better, more peaceful, become a better, more peaceful product of your environment. And that goes for all things in life. That goes for who you surround yourself with as far as friends, family, relationships. If you're hanging out with all the party girls, then you're going to most likely spend your time partying. You need to hang out with like-minded people, like artists and gym rats and poetry people. You become a product of your environment, whatever that is and whatever that looks like. In your 20s and just navigating life, it is important to fill your space with things that bring you joy, whether that's putting Rick and Morty posters all over the walls, or you see me, I love like beauty and makeup and hair, my microphone and my lights, and I got my little pink little sunset life. That's what brings me joy. Might not bring you joy. If you're Rick and Morty posters and you're back to the band and you're maybe like a flower girl or the fairies or into anime, you need to fill your space with what brings you joy. I told you all little snippets on how things are, like different things are important to me throughout the podcast so far. And that comes from things such as me wanting to be in a relationship and wanting to change my environment from moving to a lot of different things. But my day-to-day life is also what I surround myself with. I listen to a lot more R&B music, a lot more soul, calm music, instead of always listening to intense rap. Now, I love a good intense rap, a little. I said enough is enough, and like what in the when I'm working out and I want a good pump, or sometimes if I'm riding around, I want my sunroof open. I'm just cruising around the city. I just got off work and I need a little pump. I might play my rap music, but my day-to-day music, I want to play some smooth, some jazz, some soul music, something to really bring me peace, because all that loud stuff be bringing my anxiety, be having me all flared up, it be having me all worked up, it be having me out in my soft girl era, and I don't want to be that product. I don't want to be on my hot girl shit. I don't want to be on that. I want to be on my smooth, don't break my queen space, true elevation. That's what I'm trying to be on. And so that's what I'm listening to. I'm in my queen space. I'm wearing my crown. I'm listening to my smooth, my Kendricks. I'm listening to my Cleo Soul. I'm listening to my Ari Lennox, my Jasmine Summerlin, my Summer Walkers. I'm listening to that smooth stuff. Soft life. I'm listening to all of that. But if I want to be hot girl, then I'm playing my hot girl. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you listening to your hot girl music, when you listening to Sexy Red, and that's just the type of vibes you're giving. Like, you're all pumped up and you're worked up. I don't want to be worked up all the time. I can't be worked up all the time. So that's what I mean when I say you're a product of your environment. You're a product of what you're feeding into yourself. If all you're feeding yourself is Sexy Red, you're going to be getting this sexy with your booty shorts on all summertime. Not a problem. But you just need to evaluate what you want. Okay? Now check that, boo. Y'all already know I'm not a big party girl. I go out here and there, but I rather spend my money on a movie ticket than tequila shots, or I might get a meal. I rather get a meal than pay a cover charge, or just things that cost, after a night out, I'd be having to recover for a few days. Okay. And I can't afford to be out of commission that much, because that's just not the life I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be the product of that environment. And the things that I might want out of my environment do not have to be the things that you want out of your environment. We're two separate people. Two separate people. If we go back to episode 13 of the podcast, when I say, and it was called I Needed Some Quiet Time, this goes into making plans and goals in your own life without the noise from outside people, and outside people is even including me, Deja. The thing is, I'm here sharing lessons and talking about navigating life in your 20s, but it's based on my experience. Some people don't want to be in a relationship, so they surround themselves with their single friends, and they like that. Some people don't want to go to the gym and spend their time doing an activity that they might like to do that I don't like to do. I might say that I like R&B, but you might find peace in rap. You might enjoy the poetry that goes with it. Let me tell you something. You're a product of what you surround yourself with, not what Deja surrounds herself with. Overall, like I said, these episodes in this podcast are going to start to get shorter and shorter, because you all understand. You all get it. Last season, I did episodes every other Monday. This season, I decided I wanted to do them every Monday, but some of them all start to correlate with each other at the end of it all. Some episodes moving forward will be a little longer, but most of them will just kind of be straight to the point, because it's just more of just me being like, hey girl, little reminder. Hey girl, this is your Monday, pick me up. I drop these episodes on Mondays because it's just how you start your week. And I'm just here to remind you, hey, you're not alone. Or hey, this is a reminder. This is an accountability check. This is your homegirl checking in on you, letting you know, that little thought in your head on why is this not going right for me? Or why can't I get this, together? Or what's up with my routine, or X, Y, and Z. I've been trying to get up early. I told y'all last Monday that I was waking up at 6 a.m. And your girl has been waking up earlier. I've been getting up at 7-ish. I haven't really had a reason to get up at 6 for real, but I've been getting up earlier. Let's just say that, not 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock no more. But I can't do that if I'm, around and doing things that have me up at 4 in the morning, have me up at 2 in the morning. I can't reach those goals if I'm not surrounding myself by things that will help me in that aspect. I can't want to lose weight and not go to the gym. I'm not surrounding myself in that environment. I can't want to travel but not have, my passport, or no, can't go to the airport or can't go to the car. I can't, expect these things out of my life, and I'm not surrounding myself in those type of environments. So yeah, definitely, just a little reminder for you all, just a little Monday motivation from your girl Deja Z. I want you all to be happy and aware that you are a product of your environment. You can't hang around the block and not expect to be caught up in the streets. You can't live in McDonald's and expect to not get fat. You have to control what you're watching, what you're reading, what you're listening to. The same way when you're a kid and a lot of things that you are doing are influenced by like what you're around and what your family puts you around, X, Y, and Z. You're older. You have to take accountability for where you're at, what you're doing, what you're consuming, and how it's affecting you. So pay attention to the energy that you're bringing around you. It's important to do so. It's important for you to evaluate your friends. It's important for you to evaluate that birds of a feather flock together. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, I don't have too much to say. I don't want to be talking and just dragging it out and doing the most. Thank you all for tuning into this week's episode. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And make sure you're following us, like I said, Deja's Daily Dose on all social media platforms. I'm going to be posting a lot more frequently over there, so definitely make sure you're following us. And make sure you're tuned in for next Monday's episode. It is called I Deserve to Be Loved Unconditionally. So make sure you're tuned in for that. I'm your host, Deja D, and I will see you all next Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, guys.